Hey guys, welcome to the recap of our first Sunday Night Live eviction show. My name is Catherine Ekanem-Basi, but you can call me Kate for short. Yeah, that's pretty much okay. So how you guys doing? I hope you watched our last video, which was a recap of the entire activities for the week. That's the week 1 of the season. So if you did, I hope you left us a thumbs up and some words of encouragement. Okay, so today I'm going into the Saturday night party and of course the live eviction show. Grab your drinks. I've got mine. So cheers. Okay, let me spill the tea. Saturday night party, like I said in my other video about the week recap, I was genuinely hoping that somehow, because of, the kind of energy they brought forth on stage, almost every housemate said, oh, I'm going to be busting moves in the party. I'm the party girl. I'm the party guy. I've got all this put together. What happened? Is it just me? Because I didn't see all of that. No, not the slay, not the dance moves, not the vibrant energy. It just wasn't there. Like they got into the party, it felt like they weren't feeling the music or something. But in their defense, for those of us watching and them as well, it seemed as though the room was quite small. For 22 people, it seemed really tight. So I'll excuse them for that. Hopefully, as the weeks go by and we have fewer housemates in the house, we'll get to see, a better performance. Now, let's move into the gist proper, the live eviction show. Oh my goodness. For a minute there, okay, no, not for a minute. For several minutes, my heart was literally in my mouth. Like, I was yelling, I was screaming, I was giving all sorts of panic gestures because I didn't know what to expect, Okay, so here is the thing, yeah? The wild card had to be revealed. And as we previously knew from what Big Brother said about this set, about the wild cards, the idea is that if the 20 original housemates can correctly figure out the 2 wild cards, then the wild cards get to leave the show immediately. Now, that's not all. They cannot figure out one and miss the other. You just have to get it as a pair, So the housemates were called into the diary room one after the other to make their nominations of 2 housemates that they suspect to be the wild cards. So they did, and like I said, based on the conspiracy theory that they had going on with this thing that they think, oh, it's definitely Liquor Rose and J. Paul. A lot of them went into the diary room mentioning Liquor Rose and J. Paul. Now, at the end of the day, of course, Liquor Rose and J. Paul had the highest number of nominations from their fellow housemates. Yes, your guess is right. Ebuka put the both of them up, and the usual suspense of us having to think what's going to happen. Now, the thing is, for the housemates, it was not that much of a shock when the both of them stood up because of course they nominated them. Wait for the best part. So the best part is Ebuka had to announce to them that the real wildcards should stand up. So imagine their rude shock when it was Mariah and Pere who stood up as the real wildcards. The house was literally frozen. Like everybody was like all sorts of surprising gestures. Okay, so after the reveal, the next move that I was expecting was for Big Brother to say, okay, since they got it wrong, the wildcards, with the executive eviction power that they had for them to, become legit housemates, they had to nominate someone who's going to take their place. But luckily, that did not happen. Big Brother let it go. So, nobody was evicted yesterday. The wildcards are no longer wildcards, and all 22 housemates are now legitimately playing for the 90 million naira worth of prizes in cash. Do we understand that? So that means there's no longer hanky-pankies and this and that in the woods. Everybody is out there playing and hustling for the grand prize. Okay, so now, of course, with the wildcards being open, all the theories that had gone behind has to come out to the public and within the housemates. So they all have to start defending the reason why they said this or the reason why they nominated that person. And of course, for me, I feel like it was a smart move by Big Brother to dissolve the exclusive power that the wildcards will have had to pick a nomination, because it was clear Perry has some kind of issues, let me say, with White's money. And come on, you guys, White money is our darling. He can't leave, at least not today, you know. So yeah, Big Brother actually sit down, you know, like the tension is reduced in the house, but of course not without some guilt here and there. So the housemates who had been running around and saying, oh, I'm so sure it's Liquor Rose, I'm so sure it's J Paul, now they have to and not like I was too sure, but I was even suspecting. It's a lie, my dear. You were not suspecting Jack. You went for who you went for, okay? So it's out there, but of course, for a couple of days, they're going to be walking on eggshells. That's Mariah and Perry, because, I mean, the housemates still find it really difficult to believe that they played them that much. Like, they literally feel stupid. How could we not notice you guys? Like, you know, pause. The only person who actually knew, like, he figured it out, was White's money. White's money figured it out that it was Perry and Maria. Now, here is the thing. A lot of people, or people who didn't understand or watch that part, are trying to spin a narrative that White money might have had that information before getting into the house. No. First, there was a point where Perry went off at White money. I don't know if you guys did not watch that part, but it was very, very unnecessary. So if you're an intelligent person, you have this task to discover someone who has a responsibility to hide himself. And just out of the blues, like, you are considered the Mr. Nice Guy, that's White money. Everybody likes you. Even this guy was really cool with you. And then he just snaps over some bro code discussions that you all had. So it was very easy for White money to be like, no, dude, you're onto something, you get. And as for Mariah, immediately after they left the diary room on Thursday, when Big Brother had called the HOH and told her the clue to finding the two wildcards, after she came and exposed the clue that they were called into the diary room just after each other. Remember, White money already has Perry in mind. He likes Mariah, like, he really does like Mariah. So when he added 1 + 1 together, he just knew that, okay, it was Mariah. The safest thing for him to do for the sake of friendship was not to mention her, because at this point he knows that Perry doesn't like him, and if he had a choice to put him up, he will. So the best thing for him to do is to also return the favor. Like, okay, let me put you up, even though it was obvious that the rest of the housemates cannot come up with Perry and Maria together for them to have been evicted. So it can be, I mean, Mariah and Perry are supposed to be thankful to White money because he knew and he didn't give them up. Do you get my point? So the whole idea of them being evicted was literally in the hands of White money tonight. If he had gone into the diary room and said Mariah and Perry, they're definitely out the door because he got it correctly. So he played a really intelligent game by mentioning one correctly, and that one he mentioned correctly is because that's the one he knows there's tension between them. It's a message, darlings. It's a message. He's sending a message to his fans that, hey guys, you guys are rooting for the right guy because my head is in this game. I know what I am doing. So for you guys to believe me, White money, that I know what I'm doing, I'll give you a clue that I know who these people are. So he dropped one. And you can see that when Big Brother asked Mariah and Perry individually in the diary room session that who would they guess or who do they think can figure them out, they both mentioned White money differently. Do you understand? Because there was a day, that's I think that was on Friday, Maria and Perry were actually talking, and Pere, in his usual bad habits, was whispering to her off his microphone. And what's his name? White Money was leaving the kitchen to come to the lounge. Now, the both of them were sitting on one of the lounge chair that puts, kind of backs them. And they were sitting low into the chair. So there was no way they would have seen White Money coming. And he clearly heard the both of them's discussion, at least for a good 5 seconds. That was where he added the puzzle completely to know that Mariah and Perry were, if he had any doubts, So that was when he confirmed it, that it was definitely the both of them. And you don't expect him to be out there spilling tea. He's a mature guy. Do you get? He's mature. He knows this is a game. I feel like a lot of viewers also need to detach their emotions, even though that cannot happen completely. But you just have to understand that, first off, everybody, all 22 of them, are in there for a reason. They are playing for the grand prize as much as they are playing for fame and popularity and every other thing that the show gives to its contestants. So it is very, very important that White Money plays intelligent game, just like is expected of every other housemate. Okay, some of us are just really fortunate to be rooting for the right guy. Okay, and I'm so proud of him. Like, I'm so proud. He is the absolute content. Have you seen that guy? He jokes a lot. Everything he does is Nigerianly hilarious. I'm putting it that way because we've seen a lot of times where housemates go on the show and put up this really superficial personality, the superficial kind of aura of, oh yes, we have 6 packs, all of us, we are so bootylicious, we are all no. To a large extent, we still have people who look Nigerian, who are very Nigerian. Do you get my point? Like, White Money, from the moment that he was what's it called now, the short clip was played before he was called on the stage. My friend Eniola Jollof was with me. We were watching the inaugural show together, and I said to her, whoever that guy with the pot tummy is, that's my guy, because that is, it's a typical representative. Nobody should go and die looking for flat tummy. Do you understand? Just because you want to be on a show, or even in your everyday life, you don't owe anybody that much, even as a woman or a man or anything. Just make sure you are presentable enough at any point in time in your life. You get whatever you have to face, you're facing headlong, you're intelligent, you're good looking when you have to. You don't owe anybody flat tummy. Do you get? So for me, he was just the perfect guy who looked Nigerian among the entire housemates. So that's why I'm rooting for him. And of course, like I said, so far he's been very entertaining. He is intelligent. He is very, very grounded with the show. He knows absolutely what he's doing, guys. I can tell you that he knows what he's doing. So on that note, what else has been happening? Okay, by the way, Beatrice, on the other hand, is being bullied subtly, however, by the other housemates. That's that little clique where you have Irene, Saga, Nini, Peace. There's some kind of bullying going on. They're trying to make her feel like, oh, you and me. So they're trying to make her feel like, oh, but you were giving us all the signs that you were the wildcat. Why were you leading us on? Excuse you? We are in for a game. I'm playing a game. Whatever strategy I decide to use, at least within the boundaries of the Big Brother game, she hasn't done anything wrong. If she tried to mislead you and you followed it, that's your problem. That's you, not her. So she went on apologizing how she's sorry she let them on. She's not going to do it again. From now on, she's all about the game. Girl, looks like you don't even know what 90 million naira could do for you. Okay, 30 million naira in cash, and you get to have a house from Revolution Plus. You get to have a car from IVM, that's Innocent Vehicles and Motors. Why wouldn't you play your game? Why would you let any other person try to talk you down or tell you to tone down your game and stuff? Anyway, guys, so that's it for the Sunday, the Saturday, and of course, the Sunday eviction show. Okay, that's it for this weekend. By next week Friday, I'm going to bring you the recap of week 2. hopefully we're going to have some ginger on this week. At least the housemates have, after the little warning that Ebuka threw to them and say, oh, you guys are really not giving us the vibe that you promised us on stage. And I think they get the memo, knowing that the house, the audience, that's the viewers, that we are expecting something more from them. Okay, so hopefully they spice it up this week and we have a great show. Thank you guys for always coming. Thank you for watching my video. Please do give a thumbs up at the end of this video, and of course I'm going to always bring you content. Thank you so much. Bye.